Hey everybody, and welcome to a Tatter-a-fact here at the Girlz Inc. studio in Las Vegas. Glad to have you today. I think we got a good episode for you today. Really interesting conversation, but with my artist Ren, happens to be an artist here at the Girlz Inc. studio. But before we start in on that conversation, I just had a couple of things I wanted to throw your way. So in quite a few podcasts, I've kind of teased the idea of retiring from hands-on training. And I have put a lot of thought into that, gone back and forth, but I have come to a decision, and I am retiring from hands-on training. I am retiring from that. I did my last hands-on class December. This past December, eyeliner class, great class. And and it was kind of emotional, but it felt really good and it felt right. So no more classes for me here at the studio, but Ren, Amy, Sophia, the Girlz Inc. artists, they're all doing classes, and those are up on girlzinc.com. Just go to the training calendar and you can see the classes that we got going on this year at the Girlz Inc. studio. However, with that said, I will be in Maine next year, and I am doing I got 2 eyeliner classes left in my career. The ones at the Girlz Inc. studio are done, but I got 2 more in me, 2 more left. One will be here in Vegas, December 2024. And I don't have a date yet, but I will be doing that with Miss Amber Guthrie, and at her studio. That will be my very last hands-on class ever. So that will be in December 2024 with Amber. It'll be me and Amber teaching high saturation, eyeliner, wings, the whole 9 yards. We will be back together again. So that class, I believe, will sell out really, really fast. So email us, training@girlzinc.com, to get on that interest list. My other class next year will be in Maine, and it will be in Saco, Maine, and the date is July 28th and 29th. And that will be an eyeliner class as well. So those are my 2 eyeliner classes for next year. One in Maine, July 28th and 29th, and one in December with Amber over at her studio. And then that's it. Forever and ever. So if you wanted to ever train with me, if that was, something that you thought about over the years, well, this is it. It's weird saying that, isn't it, Olivia? But it's true. It's it. So training@girlzinc.com. I believe we already have 2 students for the main class, so I only have 2 spots left for that class, and then that is done. And then keep in mind, I will be in Boston on August 5th and 6th with Julie Machad at Prettyology, and that will be a 2-day class. It will be 1 day all color theory, and day 2 will be my eyeliner workshop with me doing an eyeliner demo, and then workshop practices the rest of the day. So there you have it. And if you need any more information or anything like that, just email us, training@girlzinc.com. All right. Enough with the class announcements. All right. Well, welcome, Ren.
It's my 3rd time here.
It's your 3rd time here. Who's counting? Are you counting?
Yes.
You are?
Of course I am.
You're such a dork. All right. Well, you might know you're not my most haved guest yet. I don't think. I think Mary's been on here 3 times, hasn't she? All right. So today ties you with Mary.
Nice.
I'm going to tell Mary. She better get on it.
She needs to step it up before I get on here again.
Yes. So I love what we're going to talk about today. I think this is going to be super thought-provoking. I think, which I love. I love doing and love doing podcasts and having conversations that provokes thought.
These discussions are really important.
Yeah, these discussions are really important to have. And these discussions are important to have without, like if someone doesn't agree, without them getting upset and being defensive. And, I guess we just ask that everybody's just open to this discussion and open to this information. And some people, and the reason I really wanted to do this is because some people are not open. They're not open.
Right.
They see procedures and how it should look one way. There's one standard, and it needs to look like that, or it's all wrong.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing that. We've been seeing that. We've been seeing some comments. So first, let's start out. There's different saturation levels. Whether you're doing an eyebrow, an eyeliner, or a lip, there's different saturation levels to each of the procedures, right? And clients usually tell us, what kind of saturation level they want. They might not use that language, but we have them come in with their brows on. We can tell if they're pushing really hard with their pencil and they want more of a solid brow. We show them pictures of our work. We have, a lookbook with high saturation, medium saturation, lows, for them to look. And clients will choose. So they can choose high saturation, right? Which has always been around and always been quite popular. A lot of clients want that. I just think we got just a whole lot better at it.
Yeah.
Right? I think maybe 20, 15 years ago, if you did high saturation, especially brows, they looked, they healed way too solid. They looked like a sticker. They didn't, it wasn't done skillfully, a lot of the time. Not that some people weren't, but, and I think high saturation brows and more solid striking brows got a bad reputation because, a lot of people, they're just not done well or skillfully a lot of the time, right? But it is a commonly referred look. Right. Lots of clients want high saturation, especially when it comes to eyeliner and lips. Yep. So then there's medium saturation, right? And that's probably the most wanted and most requested, especially in our studio. Yeah. That's what I find.
Definitely with my clients.
With your clients too. The medium saturation is your highest request. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there's low saturation. And lots of clients request that, right? They come in and they're using a little powder and they're dusting color like on their brow areas, or they're using a pencil but with light pressure, and then they're using a Q-tip to smudge. So, or in your lookbook, that's the picture, the look that they're choosing, right? A low saturated look. And like I said, that's very common, highly requested. But let's stay with that low saturation for a minute. The low saturated look has become the standard of the industry.
Yeah.
I don't know who appointed that. I think it's the young generation, like 5 years or less in the industry. This new generation of artists kind of took it upon themselves to appoint that as the gold standard, like low saturation. That's the, and that's all that's acceptable. Right. And if you're putting out high saturated work, sometimes people will put you on notice for it. I mean, they'll blast you for it. They'll reduce you as an artist. They reduce the work. They make fun of you.
Right.
They call that work, that type of work, a high saturated work, old school. They refer to it as old school.
Yeah.